families in Chicago mourning tonight as shootings claim the lives of multiple teenagers.
And it comes as many of them were looking forward to the first day of school tomorrow. CBS 2's Asal Razai joins us from Chicago Police Headquarters with what we know so far.
Chicago police are investigating over a dozen shootings involving teens under the age of 19 since just Friday. I talked to the family of a 14-year-old shot and killed. They tell me his backpack was already packed and ready to go for school tomorrow.
He was a baby. He was a baby that didn't do anything to nobody.
Athena Harshaw talking through tears. She's the legal guardian and aunt of Rajon Harshaw, a 14-year-old boy found shot in the head and chest near the sidewalk just a few houses down from his grandmother's, where he'd been living since he was a baby. It happened just before 7 o'clock Saturday night in this Calumet Heights neighborhood, the gunman only taking off with Rajon's cell phone. As I spoke with his aunt outside their home, the principal of his former elementary school was inside talking with the family.
She was like, I know they have taken him from his family, but they've taken him from the world because she as a principal she was like, he was going to be somebody.
His aunt describing him as a model student who had just signed up to be a mentor for others.
He was sweet, kind, just everybody. He never got into anything. Awards after awards after awards, straight A student, 14 years old. His book bag was already packed. He was ready to go to school for his freshman year at Hyde Park.
The shooting that claimed Rajon's life adds to at least 16 teenagers under the age of 19 that have been shot across Chicago since Friday. Ashantice Wilburn, set to start her senior year tomorrow, was at a park in the Austin neighborhood Saturday night when her and a 16-year-old boy were shot by an unknown suspect. She did not survive. The grief, something these families never imagined they'd go through, especially with kids who were looking ahead to a bright future.
He didn't deserve it.
How many more are we going to lose before Monday as the start of school? I mean, the kids want books, not bullets.
The family tells me a neighbor's Ring doorbell camera captured the suspect walking away with a gun in his hand. That footage is being reviewed by detectives. They say so far they've made no arrests. Reporting at Chicago Police Headquarters, I'm Asal Razai, CBS 2 News.
And as we speak, loved ones are holding a balloon release in honor of Ashantice Wilburn. No one is in custody for her shooting.
Police say this all started with a fight between a group of women. Tyshawn Johnson's mother says he was only trying to break that argument up when shots were fired.
I want to hug my baby. I want to hold my baby right now. I want to squeeze my baby. I want to touch him.
Her son's promise.
He was going to go back on school on point.
To finish his senior year at Inglewood STEM High School will never be fulfilled. Tyshawn Johnson was one of 4 people who police say were shot at 57th and Payne in Washington Park last night. Investigators tell us it started as a fight between a group of women when someone pulled out a gun and started firing.
I just know that it was supposed to have been a group of kids fighting. They supposed to have been fighting. My son was supposed to have been in a car. They said he got at the car. I guess he was trying to break up the fight. And I guess the boy just started shooting.
Johnson and the other 3 victims, a 16-year-old boy, another 18-year-old man, and a 53-year-old man, were able to make it to the University of Chicago Medical Center right across the street, where Johnson died overnight. The oldest victim remains in critical.
My son did not do nothing to you. Just please turn yourself in. He did not deserve this.
Johnson's sudden murder coming just a few months after his family says his girlfriend, 18-year-old Deshanae Yoakum, was shot and killed inside of a relative's Bronzeville apartment in March. 2 young lives with the promise of their futures now taken away.
It's her. Something I can't never get back. My firstborn.
Police say Johnson's alleged shooter was able to run away. At this time, no one has been arrested.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC 7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Today is Monday. It's August 21st. The year is 2023. Terrible weekend in Chicago with all these teenagers getting shot and killed. This has been going on. It's been going on for years in Chicago. Years and years and years, this problem has been going on in the Chicago area. And I've never understood why back families who have teenagers in particular remain in that city. I've been to pack my shit and ran the fuck up out of there. Let's just keep it real, y'all. We don't like each other. We don't like each other. We don't like each other. Black folks, y'all, we hate each other. And if you don't understand that, your child will be next. Your daughter will be next. Your teenage son will be next. If y'all don't understand that we don't like each other, that we hate each other, and it's so easy for us to grab up a weapon and start shooting indiscriminately into a group of black folks, I don't know what more to tell you. We don't like each other. We hate each other. And some of us are so caught up with this, y'all, we ain't the black folks that we used to be when I was a teenager, or when I was growing up in the 70s era, when there was a feeling of black pride and we loved each other and we were trying. No, them days they're gone. The vast majority of black people, we can't stand each other. And we're looking for any opportunity to strike out and harm someone who was just like us. So if I had a teenage son or daughter, do you really think I'd be sitting around here in an area filled with ignorant niggas in Niggerville, allow my children to just walk around indiscriminately? Sometimes you gotta move, y'all. Move your family someplace safe. Those of you can hear that a lot of you all have the means and can do it. Move your sons and daughters away from these ignorant ass niggas so they can live. Otherwise, they're just going to be another victim on the streets of Chicago, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., Miami, Los Angeles. Name the cities. All urban jungles where nobody has any respect for another person's life. Because we can't stand each other. We hate each other. I learned a long time ago in my early 20s when I would go out to clubs. I noticed that the vibe wasn't right for me. You know, I put on nice clothes, dress up, go out to the club, park my nice car. And I noticed people weren't too friendly to me in these clubs. Too much hate and envy and jealousy. I caught on real quick like, okay, this ain't for me. And I began removing myself from that environment. Now, as a teenager, it was the communities were safer for us back in the 70s and 80s. I graduated high school in 1989. It was a very rare occurrence for someone to be shot in your own neighborhood, few doors down from where you live at as a teenager. It's unheard of. But not anymore, y'all. That has changed. If you hear Gracie outside barking, I don't know who he's barking at, just put him out there. They got a brothers running around all over this damn house, all over the place. And finally, they was exhausted. I said, good, I wouldn't fed their ass. Now they have to eat. I don't know who he barking at out there. Yesterday, it was so goddamn hot. This summer has been one hell of a hot ass summer. I don't even know what to say. I went to the gym. I almost didn't make it to the gym. I said, let me get up and go to the gym. I got dressed, went to the gym. When I walked out that gym, I almost fainted. I said, oh, Lord, that heat in my ass. And I had parked on the outdoor parking spot, not in the parking deck. That was the worst mistake. I got that hot ass Mercedes, I almost collapsed in that damn car. I was sweating. I had to come home. It was just too hot. This is unbearable, y'all. And I don't even know how this hot ass summer came to be. But I know one thing: I got this air conditioning cranked up over in this damn house. I need to turn it on now because it's just crazy. This summer's been hot. It's been a hot ass summer. Unbearable. I'm very uncomfortable. Yeah, let me turn this here now. This app ain't been working on this phone. Maybe I need to reset it. Oh, there it is. It ain't clicked on. I heard it. You know, that Georgia Power heard it too. They eating up my damn money over here. But that's about it. Turn that on again too. I typically keep my temperature in the 70s around here. This house gets very cold very quickly. So if it's either too hot or too cold, so I try to keep it somewhere about 70 something in the house. If I go below 70, we got a problem because it gets just too cold. Move your family, your teenagers, your daughters. Get them out of these ghettos, y'all. Get them out of these ghettos, you're gonna have a problem. Hold on, let's go. Let that bastard sit out there and bark all day. Move your family someplace safe. I'm telling you, there's too much hatred in our communities. We don't like each other. We hate each other. We don't like each other. And that's one of the reasons why it's so easy for us to kill each other. To shoot each other so indiscriminately, without any concern. I don't have any children, but I had some children. You better believe me being middle of. I could not raise my children in these urban environments because it would be a waste of time, because they wouldn't make it. I would want my children to live and thrive and at least make it to 53 years of age, like my black ass sitting here right now. But you all continue to go, I want to be in a black neighborhood. I want to live around black folks. Somebody hear somebody say that's the comment, I shake my head. No, you really don't want to live around black folks. You want to live around upscale, educated black people, not just any other black neighborhood full of ignorant ass niggas who don't give a fuck about you or your life or their own life. Y'all need to wake up. Just because they black don't mean you need to be over there around them people. I personally, I learned a long time ago. You know, it's crazy because my first apartment was in College Park, Georgia. I was paying like $385, $400 for a renovated 2-bedroom townhouse, and that white neighbors too, shockingly. My first time, it was right off Godby Road in College Park. Beautiful neighborhood. I mean, clean, calm. It was beautiful back then. This is back in the early 90s, before Atlanta became, so didn't have all these new apartments and stuff. I think they were just starting to build that stuff on Garden Walk, which was considered luxury apartments over there. Everybody was like, oh, we want to be on Garden Walk. And we go over there now, it's a fucking hellhole. Those of you who know College Park Garden Walk ain't that old. It was probably built in the 90s. That shit is terrible now. You don't want to live over there. These neighborhoods went straight to hell ever since. I don't know what it is about this urban crime that just seems to just spiral out of control in these neighborhoods. But I already know, we don't like each other. We hate each other. We hate each other, y'all. And that's where the problem comes in. They're not teaching these kids to love each other as kids. No, it's rivalry and jealousy and envy and hate. Now, you ain't got no black fathers nowhere to be found in these households. And that also plays a role in it. And then you want to keep your children in these environments. I've been packed up a U-Haul and ran my ass out. F that shit. Pack my shit. Get the fuck. Come on, kids. Let's go. You can't hang around here. How many times do you have to witness somebody being killed on your own damn street before you realize we need to fucking move? Now I can hear y'all now. If people can't afford to move, you can afford to move. Get your shit. Get the fuck up out of here. Move. It's unfortunate we talk about gentrification in a lot of these areas. Gentrification has made a lot of these neighborhoods safer by forcing the riffraff out. I want to be in a black neighborhood. I want to be around black people. No, you don't. You want to be around some black folks who got some sense, who not grabbing a gun and indiscriminately shooting innocent people as they go. Y'all, I look at these neighborhoods in Atlanta and the crime that takes place and the innocent people who've been killed. Innocent people just minding their own business. Nothing to do with whatever's going on between these other folks. Shot and killed. It happens every day. Every day in Atlanta. People just driving through the neighborhood. Do y'all really think I drive through hood rat neighborhoods? Oh no, I'll go 8 miles out the way. In fact, I've been looking at the GPS, and GPS said, take me through Niggerville. I tell the GPS, we ain't going through Niggerville today. Reroute this shit. Take me 20 miles out the way to avoid Niggerville. I'm not going through there. There are certain parts of Atlanta I'm not driving through. For what? So I could be another innocent victim driving through a neighborhood trying to get to the other side of town, taking a shortcut, and I get a bullet in my damn head because I'm cutting through these hood rat-infested neighborhoods? Nah. Put my ass on 285. I'll drive a long way. Certain areas you just got to avoid. The good thing is neighborhoods in Atlanta are improving, at least the places where I drive through. Now, some of these places ain't improving. Some of this shit ain't going no damn where. In certain areas of Atlanta, that shit ain't budging 1 inch. It's stay away. Especially when you start getting on that soft side of town. It's just a hellhole down there. I don't care how much the damn houses are, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, you still might get a bullet. Fuck that. But these teenagers are the most at risk because they try to live a normal life. They want to go out into the neighborhood. Give a prime example. I live up here in Smoke Rise. Would y'all like to know how many times I walked around the block out here in this neighborhood? Oh, let me tell you, never walked where. I ain't walking down the street down. I'll be honest with you, any neighborhood, I done lived all over Atlanta. I don't get out there walking around the neighborhood. I'm ready to go walk up to the grocery store. What I did do when I was in Grant Park, there was a corridor across the street. Occasionally, on a cool day, and I got up early and I'd walk across the street, get my groceries, and come back back. My mother couldn't even get too much shit because I couldn't carry all that shit back. It's a doozy. But when you live in these black neighborhoods, the kids want to go outside and play. They want to ride their bikes. They want to run around the neighborhood. They want to hang out with the basketball court. They want to enjoy their teenagers. But they don't even realize that they're putting their lives at risk just doing things that teens do, going to the park, going to the swimming pool, hanging out with friends, the people they think are their friends. Too much jealousy, too much envy, too much hate. Leave them niggas alone. Just leave them alone. There's sometimes I want to go and do things here in Atlanta. Well, yesterday I got invited to a pool party. I'm in the gym working out, and somebody said, "Oh, it's a pool party going on." I was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to look at that window and saw that." It was just too damn hot to be going to a fucking pool party. I said, it's too hot. Plus, by this time, I was exhausted because I've been working out. If you invite me to a party or a function, y'all got to catch me before I go to the gym or anything. That way I might cancel the gym and rest up at home, hang me on the cat down. Try to sleep is hard, so I can rest up for this pool party. But it was too fucking hot out there. Talking about to go to some pool party. I said, it's too hot. I said, fuck that damn pool party, man. We can get in the pool, I said, and then we're going way down off Camp Creek Parkway someplace. I said, Camp Creek Parkway? No, I'm not going down there. You don't like that south side? I said, no, I really don't. I'm not driving down there. Don't leave me to go down the south side of Atlanta for a pool party. Fuck that shit. My gym got a pool up there. I go up there and hang out at Lifetime Fitness pool. I did walk past that pool at Lifetime and walked up there on that pool, that rooftop pool. It was hot as hell out there. I said, okay, we'll be there out there hanging out, eating pizza, swimming in the pool. It's 500 degrees out here. I kept right on walking. And got on the elevator and took my ass to the locker room and got the fuck up out that gym. I said, okay, this is too damn hot up here. Who eating pizza and hot wings and drinking liquor in this heat? Not me. Too hot. Move somewhere safe so that your children can live. Move. Get out of these urban inner cities. That's all you can do. If you have teenage children and you want your children to live and not be a victim of the senseless crime going on here, these senseless murders and shootings that take place every day, move. Move your family somewhere safe, away from Niggerville. I mean, it can't be that hard to understand. It just can't be. That, I can't do it no more. Yeah, I'm about 15, 20, 25 minute drive from the city. It's not that far, but ain't nothing going on out here. There's no shootings going on in this neighborhood. No crime at all where I'm at. We don't have any, there's nothing going on over here. People come over here, they're like, wow, it's because we like being in the country. And for many instances, that's what some of you all need to be with your families, out in the country, away from these inner city urban niggas who have lost their fucking minds. So just your children, these are beautiful, handsome children who have been killed. It's heartbreaking. Because we don't know what their lives could have been like. Because they've been gunned down senselessly by idiots. There's always a bunch of teenagers that they just arrested 3 teenagers here in Atlanta who shot and killed some teenage boy here. They don't give a fuck. Everybody got a gun. It's just insane. And if you care anything about your children, you need to move them someplace safe. away from these ignorant ass niggas. Away from these these dangerous ass neighborhoods filled with these ignorant niggas who don't give a fuck about you or their own lives or nobody's life and just grab a gun and start shooting for no reason. No reason. And once you get your children out there making neighborhoods, to ban them from going back to visit their friends. But you eliminate that shit. As soon as your children enter preschool or elementary school, it's time to start packing and move. It's time to get out of these neighborhoods. When you start to your time, you realize your neighborhoods ain't going nowhere. Certain parts of Chicago ain't going nowhere. It just ain't. Some parts of Atlanta, I can drive you to some neighborhoods in Atlanta. You'll be like, holy shit. Yeah, because you don't see all that pretty stuff. Everybody say Atlanta is a prosperous place. Black Hollywood, the Black Mecca. They got some ghettos here I can show you that will blow you away, and they still exist. And they're not changing. They're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. I don't know who they barking at. It's supposed to be out there eating breakfast. I should have just said, but anyway, it is a beautiful Monday. These weeks fly by. It's almost the end of this month. It's 9:38 in the morning. Anyway, today is Monday. It's August 21st. It is... What is today? Today is Monday, August 21st, the year 2023. Today it is Monday, August 21st, the year 2020. I'm waiting for a guy who's supposed to come up here and look at his bathroom. There's a bathroom I have upstairs in this house. I'm thinking about renovating, thinking about it. But, I wish they stop on this bar. It's too early for all this mess. But anyway, Monday, August 21st, the year 2000. Monday, August 21st, the year 2023. I'm out of here. I'm about to go see where this guy is actually supposed to have been here 10 minutes ago. Let me see where he is. If you can't, I don't even know if you remember my address over here. But anyway, I'm out of here and enjoy this beautiful Monday. I'm out.